He didn't listen. Got killed for it.
Should you visit us, should you return to Sulia, we are building a keep there, where a number of your children are taming the drakes who have returned. You would be welcome there.
Guess that's where you're taking him. And he points them at me.
When I return there, he will return with me, yes. I don't know why he has been sent to me, but I know that it was with purpose.
He just sort of looks at you and goes, I won't rob you of that. Obviously, he's yours, your responsibility for a reason. So, enjoy that.
Do you know what exactly this place is? How it got to be here?
Some alien scum decided it would be great to make a secret place here on Sulia. Can't say I like it too much, but Barb is here, so it's good enough for me. Any other questions you got for me? I suppose you'd want to talk about your last giant friend. And he looks at you, Gull.
He's not my friend. I didn't know him.
Of course you didn't know him. Neither did I. Well, not that well.
I don't know what you expect of me. My questions would be supplemental at best. What did he look like? What were his features? Things like that.
Very large storm giant. His features. Wise, kind, strong. Is that what you want to hear? To be honest, he was a right prick.
To be honest, I don't really care how you insult him. My tribe left and fled and hid for a reason from the giants. We harbor no respect for them.
Fair enough.
My main question, though, I suppose, is how are these aliens, as you describe them, able to break past this protection?
One of them was intelligent enough to figure out how to get past the magic. They found a route where the barriers are thin enough so that they'd only take a modicum of damage. They'd be able to heal it going through. Then they came here, and it became a sort of trade secret. This is the place to be if you want to sell anything and everything. And of course, you have to pay to get in. It's a sort of private club.
We Oh, interesting. I have no more questions.
Fair enough. Maybe I'll check out your place. Maybe I won't. We'll
Thank
see.
you again.
Grabs
Wait,
his bowl and then stops. Looks at you.
so does that mean that you know a way to get to the surface?
That's right. Why? You want to get to the surface? It's pretty easy.
How's that?
There's a secret passage. Just gotta place your hand on one of the bricks. And then, opens up. Walk through the stairs into a cavern. Walk up through the cavern onto the surface. Some nasties, but they don't bother me.
Interesting. Thank you.
No problem. If you need it, go talk to the council member. You know, the dragon one. He made it for me.
Okay. We are acquainted with him. Quite the character. I say as I smile.
Indeed. All right. Have fun, children. And he gets up and walks back to his seat.
Well, that was informative.
I'm at a loss of what to do now.
Now we should go back and talk to the wizard.
I suppose we should.
And that it might be useful to check out that passage and see where precisely in Sulia this place is.
Okay? So, you guys get up after finishing and go back to the door. And you guys wait for a little bit, about like 5 minutes. And you wait. Wait. Doesn't seem like the door's opening.
The little shit.
I use sending and tell him it's been 24 hours. Open the door, please.
As soon as you do, you see the door open. And he goes, "Oh, I'm so very sorry. I must have dozed off. My apologies."
It's alright.
How did you all fare in this great underground marketplace of a sort?
Well enough. We step inside.
I think we have more questions than answers.
Really?
Yep.
Does he comment at all about the fact that I'm coming back with a giant light dragon?
Not yet. He just sort of looks at it. Did you do see him looking at it.
Mm.
And he just sort of shuts the door as you all walk in. So, what kind of questions do you have?
I'm not even convinced I know yet. Everything I grew up learning was that the dragons departed, and the last dragon stayed behind. The information here seems to suggest that the last dragon enforced the other's departure, and that the dragons of Sulia have an impression that their children do not want them and are better off without them.
Very interesting.
I am studying him to see what he's reacting to as I'm saying this.
He doesn't seem to be reacting very much at all. He's just putting his hand on his what's it called? His beard and stroking it. Well, we'll see, I suppose. Perhaps you could always find out more somehow. Do you know how to get rid of them?
It seems that the last dragon and the last giant are the ones who maintain the gate. The isolation. It would then seem to make sense that they might know a way to solidify the shield. But we don't know where to find them.
Finding gods. Now that is an epic quest, if I've heard. Yes. How did you get that one? And he points finally to Mitney. Mitney, roll insight on Mitney. Mitney's looking at him intently. And he says, yes, how did you get this one?
He finally hatched.
Oh, congratulations. That is fantastic news. He goes over and gives it a scritch. You watch as Mitney just sort of falls over and like if you've ever seen a creature in immense pleasure, like giving a cat catnip.
Well, yeah, a cat.
Yeah.
I have a
Basically
puppy,
like that.
so I know exactly what the
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they've been able to establish that place because they found a spot where the barrier is weak to get things here. But what do you know about it? Where did this door come from?
Oh, I made it.
Do you know where the other side is physically?
Yes. Right here.
Do you know where the
Um,
other exit
what?
is?
Oh, yes. The cavern, right?
Yes.
The one which the dragon uses. Yes. Very nice. Good fellow. It's a little bit away from Little Ivywood.
So you don't want anyone using this anymore at all,
No.
even the dragon.
Well, it would be unfortunate, but yes.
Why now?
He gives you a look. A look that he hasn't given you before, like a stern look. He says, some things are happening which be very unfortunate if they were allowed to stay.
You're referring to the son of the last dragon and giant.
He smiles and says, perhaps.
What do you think about this son of the last giant and dragon?
Seems like a good fellow.
Have you talked to him?
Yes. Yes, I have. Very sure of himself, though. Yes.
Is that your paternal advice?
How do you mean?
Was there any reaction at all from that?
No.
So,
You have spoken to him. No, sorry, go ahead.
well, so because he's coming, you seek to close off how he might get here? Or are you trying to remove them from his path?
Now that is a good question. I have no quarrel with him. As I said, he's a good man. He believes in what he's doing. I would just rather that hole be fixed.
Well, it's not going to be fixed easily. People have staked their whole livelihoods there.
And there are many guards.
I mean, even if we found a way to bolster the field's effect that they're exploiting, we would essentially just be killing all of them.
Or trapping them here.
They are. That is why earlier I suggested maybe it possible to move this effect. For now, we could plug the hole, quite literally cover it, You are capable of such magics, yes?
With what exactly? Material.
You created the cavern, why not just seal it? It would stop any ships from coming in, at least.
Unless they destroy it. I mean, the problem
He
that
sort of
needs.
points with his index finger towards you, Bogard.
Uh-huh.
As if to say, yes, it's correct.
I mean, we would have to bolster the field that they're going through. If we bolster the field they're going through, then they can't transport through the field to get to the cavern.
But the ones who are already here also cannot depart.
Exactly. But what if you would you be able to? I don't know. Assuming that we can find a way to direct your power to even bolster the field itself, there should be a way to tie that into an on-off effect, so that instead of these aliens controlling the only route, we would literally have a door that we could let them out of or into that we control.
But there shouldn't be anyone going through and coming into.
Well, there shouldn't be, but there are. There's a whole thriving economy.
They are merchants, and they seem to have some sort of leadership. Maybe we can negotiate a deal for moving them. They did not agree to being forcefully moved, obviously, but they are merchants.
True, but what would we offer in exchange for them having a tax-free haven where they can charge people to come and go and conduct business without oversight? I don't think there's a price tag for that.
There's a price tag for moving it.
Well,
especially to a safer location when people want to come and ruin it.
what people want to come and ruin it?
The wizard and the elf.
Which elf are you talking about?
The representative of the Elven Armada.
Oh, the Elven Armada. Yes. Now that is a name I haven't heard in a while. Are they getting involved with all of this?
Their concern is that this son of the last dragon and giant is going to take over all of Sulia. And, go ahead.
He said that he wanted to make sure that no others got to this planet, but I personally do not believe him. He says he speaks for a council, but the council can change its mind.
Anyone can change their mind.
Absolutely.
If anything, it's harder for a council to change their mind because they must all do so in agreement.
Well, here is a good question.
Never mind.
One that I could pose to all of you. Do you want to make this your problem?
No.
It's up to you. That was quite quick. How about the two of you?
Make what precisely our problem?
This whole sun and Elven Armada and the alien and all of that.
If the dragons were forced to depart, I would see them return home. If that is their wish.
And what of the giants? They were also forced to return. they're also forced to leave.
I would, with some held over reluctance, also accept that they should be allowed to return.
You feel
don't
a
understand.
warmness. You feel a warmness coming from Moon Carver. Like
You would
good job.
invite war back into this world, Cindric.
If they were driven from their homes, they should be allowed to return.
Yes, but they will bring their war back with them.
Will they? Or will their exile have shown them another way? Will they return with the wisdom of time and age?
Or will they be set in their ways, like stone?
Well, we can't know. We can't know how people will react when they return. When you free a group of slaves from captivity and let them return to their lives because they were enslaved, because they were slaves, does not mean that they are good people. They will return to whatever life they previously had, good or bad. There is a point to be made for if they were forced to leave, they should be able to return, but at the same token, only if they want to. You shouldn't try and force them all to come back.
Would you really want to defy the last dragon and the last giant?
Want to fight? What?
Defy. As in, go against their mind.
I just kind of looked at Cindric. I don't particularly care to defy them or not defy them. I'm more concerned with this.
We need to find them. We need more information.
A possible lead, their child. We could speak with him. This Elven Armada representative offered to take us by ship, some spacecraft, to talk with him.
I just don't want to see our world engulfed in a war.
I believe wholeheartedly that the war will return if both parties return. Unless
I'm pretty
they
sure war will follow if any of them return.
They should still have the choice. We must speak with them.
With who?
The last.
But they made their choice, didn't they?
We need to discover if they forced the choice on the others. And if so, why?
Well, we can just ask the others. Well, I thought I thought the dragon we just talked to said that they were forced.
Yes, that's why I want to find out from the last dragon if there was a reason.
Oh.
I want confirmation and explanation.
I don't know that they would be inclined to give it, even if we were to find them.
He uses telepathy. You both can hear it. He's channeling it through Malfurion, so you can all hear it. Just you two. And he said, and Rava. And he says, Anam has shown me a way to speak to other planes. It may be possible to contact someone if you wish me to try.
You can talk to people on other planes?
Well, I can always, but I mean certain entities. Stronger ones, I mean.
What?
I can attempt to contact demigods. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. He's not speaking. He's not speaking.
I'm
yeah,
talking. I'm talking out
No,
loud.
I know, but Ghoul's speaking in his head, so he wouldn't talk like that. But no, he says he can contact demigods or sages or other
Why would we need
entities
to contact a demigod?
to get information and try to find where these people are, like we just have been talking about. It's an option if you wish me to try it.
What demigods do you know?
Any of them.
Any
Not
demigod.
restricted.
So, the best place to probably start looking for information is with this supposed child.
Yeah,
But-
so let's travel there.
We cannot ignore the fact that conflict is coming.
Well, yeah, that's what the entire point of this was to prepare and try and get... I thought that was the entire point, was to get the dragons and giants back for the conflict. Or
No,
to try to
they
get the giant to back off.
They are the conflict, unless there's another conflict coming.
No, the last giant, sun, or the sons. Damn it, the son of the
The prodigal son
yes, the prodigal son. He's the
Prodigal
one
son
who's coming to bring
wants
all
to
the
come
shit.
in and wants to take over. Nobody's gonna like that. That's why there's gonna be a war.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter who gets here. Anyone getting here and wanting to take over everything is going to result in the whole world being at war.
Going ape shit.
Yeah, I know, and but okay, never mind.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just trying to get the line you're thinking of. Even if we go out and we get, like, giants and dragons to come to help us fight him.
No, I was repeating what I had heard from previous statements. I thought the entire point was to get them back, so we have the line of defense against this shit. Because we ourselves won't be able to fight off armadas. We already know that.
Well, assuming that the barrier holds, we don't have anything to worry about.
It already isn't holding.
Not yet.
Has the barrier gotten weaker as time went by?
No, but we already know there's a way to the surface.
No, yeah, but it's the same one that they've been using.
We don't
it's
know
because
if it's growing.
yeah,
I'm gonna let you guys talk about this. I'll be back in a bit.
yeah, and it's like that's why I'd like to get some. That's a good question to ask, and the whole reason why, I mean, we can go talk to the people that regulate the quote unquote city, right? But they are not going to be inclined to help us at all.
No, and that's why I said they're merchants, so let's pay them to move. I don't understand. Like, if you pay a
But-
caravan, hey, I'll give you a profitable move.
But we cannot offer them a profitable exchange. Right now, they get to tax everybody coming in. They have to pay taxes to no one,
Yeah.
and they are making money hand over
Yep.
fist.
And we just asked them to move their initial location. It literally changes nothing.
Where do you want them to move to?
Anywhere but the old man's basement, so he stops complaining and we get the job done, because that's the entire point of us being here in the first place.
It'd be easier to move the house. I know, I mean, literally, because
He's a wizard.
obviously this is some kind of huge illusionary field of ships are flying down through the sky,
No, the thing
landing in
is,
a cavern.
whether we move the house or not, the whole point is that he actually wants us to get rid of this place. It's not actually about the basement.
He does not want these people here.
Yeah.
And he never answered that question that he said was a good question.
No, he didn't.
Going to have to remind Doc of that.
I'm convinced that he's either the dragon or the giant.
I don't think he's either. I don't think he's too powerful for that shit.
No, they
Or
were worshipped as gods.
They're yeah, but I don't think they were worshipped strongly enough to be like, what do they need to be? Like rank 2 or 3 to pull the kind of shit that they were doing?
I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Plus, my entire point was with the whole wall thing was they're obviously not as strong as they think. If these aliens can just come in and create this little hole and chill.
Well, they didn't create a hole. They found a weak point and moved through it.
And even in divine power, there are going to be some cracks.
That's what I'm saying. If we can find a way to bolster the effect on the crack, we cut them off entirely.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we can find a way to seal the crack, like something we can do to implement, then we can go into the city and say, like, in 3 days' time, the travel in and out of this sphere will be stopped. Leave now unless you want to stay forever. And then in 3 days, seal the crack. Whoever's stuck is stuck. Whoever's gone can't come back.
I don't know. I'm concerned that we seal the crack and we put a warlord on this side with us in the form of the sun.
Well, if the sun's already here, the sun's not here yet.
We don't know that.
Well, no, we fairly sure he's not here because okay, what would he be doing? What exactly would his position be here right now? Spying, like, completely pointless.
Marshalling, amassing power.
Yeah.
What? Here in this tiny little area?
Well, no. What if he's used the secret
on Sulia
pass to get through the cavern to leave?
Then let's try and locate him. Let's try and find him. We have that magic. We have that capability.
What magic can find him?
Find creature.
That's a very short range.
So the elf did say he was on his way here.
See, scrying would do it.
We don't know his name or have anything attached to him. And if he's even moderately powerful, he will resist it. Or is there no longer a save attached to scrying?
There's a check to notice it.
Oh.
Bizarre thought. What if this person is claiming to be the sun, but we actually do have the sun back at our keep?
No, because we have... Or, okay, whatever, you're just going to argue that. So.
Because what?
We don't know anything about him, that is true. And he did have draconic and giant features.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a long time. What if there's more than one son? Or daughter?
Oh, that's something that's an option as well.
I'm back. Hello.
So, did the old man ever answer the question about does he want to remove these people to get rid of them, or to remove them from the path of the that question? You remember? Path of the Sun, the one where he was like, "That's a good question." He said it was a good question, and they never answered it.
Yeah. No, he never answered it. That's
yeah, I bring it back up.
Oh, okay. He says, "Oh, really? I'm just a simple wizard. Why would I care about either of them? Just I just want my basement to be cleared.
One of these times, I'm actually going to roll a number higher than 1 digit.
uh,
You're not sure, man. He's weird, man.
I'm convinced that I'm lying.
When did you meet this proposed son? And do you believe that he is what he claims to be?
A few months ago, and I don't know. No one can be really sure.
Did you, where did you meet him?
On his spelljammer.
And you had never met him before a few months ago.
No.
You're quite sure of that?
Yes.
I'm at a loss here because the player has all kinds of suspicions, but the character can't roll high enough to have a thought without having them. So
I don't know. I think we need to prepare for this dude's arrival and try and find out more about him.
You could go talk to him. It's always an option.
Yeah, but that involves getting on a spaceship with a bunch of aliens that we don't know if we can trust to go talk to a guy that we know nothing about and hope that nothing goes wrong. Yeah. There's way too many tangents under which that ends very, very badly and we never come back. Do you think you can bolster the barrier where it's weak?
Certainly try. Perhaps.
What would that entail? What kind of process? Would you have to go there? Could you do it from here?
I could do it from here. By the way, he is taking out some crackers and is eating.
Okay. Would you have to like make a concerted, concentrated effort to maintain it, or would it just be?
Yes.
All right. Is there a way that you can imbue that power into an object?
I could. But
So
that would
you
take very long.
damn it.
we need to speak to one of the three of them.
One of the three of who? Last Giant, Last Dragon, Son?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of leaves us with the Sun, because we don't know where the other two are, or if they even are still here on the plane. Or any plane, for that matter.
Would you like a spelljammer?
Sure.
I know where you can find one.
There's a city full of them on the other side of the doors, isn't there?
Well, yes, you could certainly buy one. If you had the funds.
You have another option.
Yes. There is a crashed one. Still works, but doesn't allow you to get anywhere outside of the sphere. You could possibly get it repaired afterwards.
Interesting. Where is it?
You see, it is in the desert. In Deucalion. Well,
Right.
well, northeast, southwest. Well to the west. Yes, well to the west. West, southwest. On the island. Down beneath, near Nazgresh deck. Nazgresh Drek. Nazgresh Drek. Nazgresh.
It seems we either seek out this ship, or we trust the elves.
It is currently being worshipped as an idol.
By who?
A bunch of barbarians.
I think I would prefer to face Deucalion than the duplicity of elves.
There are many roving war bands in Dakala. One of them probably came across it, found its immense magic. Probably started worshipping.
Well, seems it wasn't as easy to clear out your basement as we thought it would be.
Yes, it's quite a shame. But that is all right. For now, you can always do it later.
Do you know when this last prodigal son person plans on coming here, based on your conversation with him?
I just know he's getting ready to do it soon. Whatever he's doing, he's amassing much power.
He seems to be coming here to conquer the world.
That's right.
Yep. And we need to fight back.
Do you?
Do you think we should just let him have what he wants?
I'm not sure. It's up to you. I'm just an old man. He eats more crackers.
Yes.
I don't think you're gonna get anything unless you crit. Probably.
I know.
Yeah.
In answer to your question, yes.
What was the question?
Remember that question he asked us? If we wanted to take this invading force and these outside people trying to come in and mess with Sulia as our own burden?
Well, I hope you good luck.
That was helpful.
For now, I will be here if you need me. I will be getting my things ready. And
You were able to teleport us a great distance to bring us here.
The scroll, yes.
Do you have another that could send us to Dekalon?
You should use the amulet.
He looks into his bag.
And also, we kind of need to go back to full. How long has it been since we?
Only a few days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only been a few days.
All right. Then yeah, I suppose we could go to Dakala first.
They've probably arrived and started to get settled. The boy and the dragonborn.
You should check with what's his face, Valerian. I don't have a way to check though.
I don't either.
Vaden?
Yeah, Vaden, that one.
Yeah, Valerian's the bad guy in the new game that's going to start on Mondays.
Yeah.
If you want to check with him, that might be awkward.
Vaden, Valerian, Vorian. Too many V's.
I thought it was Volcarian.
That is Volcarian. Yep. But yeah, what are you guys gonna do? He's walking up the steps.
Did he ever say if he had another scroll?
Follow him.
You see him looking into his bag and then forget mid looking and then walk up the stairs.
Yeah, I follow after him. The scroll. Were you able to find the scroll?
Oh yes. One moment. Oh yes. Here's a scroll, and he hands one to you.
No, fantastic. Do you have anything else that can? Oh God.
See, it is a recipe for fish cakes.
Oh well, I took that away.
He's like, oh, well, okay.
Do you have anything else that might help us in this venture?
You're free to come look at the things that I have in my study, if you'd like.
Sure. Go with him into the study.
Okay.
You can ask him about the teleportation scroll. I can't even use it, so you know.
I know. I'm trying to think of what the hell. I don't know. I'm at a loss.
What are you at a loss for?
I've got so many ideas that my character doesn't have, and I'm trying to think of anything that my character does actually have that he will be able to make use of, and I'm coming up blank.
Well, why don't... We got several options. We can try and go talk to him before he gets here. We can start amassing power here so that when he gets here, we can talk to him when he gets here and hopefully figure out what he's going to do and why, and if we need to stop him, we can. And that'll give us time to figure out what's going on with the blue child, who also fits the description or features of a giant and a dragon. It'll give us time to investigate that. But that's essentially saying we're going to let him amass what he wants to amass and come here unopposed.
Exactly, which is not ideal.
With God knows what.
But at the same time, if we get a busted up spelljammer and fly out to him with just us, there's not a whole lot that we can do to challenge him if he has even a modicum of power.
Yeah.
I mean, he had enough power to bring back the Drakes.
Yeah.
We're still assuming that he did that,
Yes.
and there are other things that can be attributed.
Yeah, but
to.
it's
Like
the
a sign from
safer
the dragons.
it's the safer option to assume the bad guy did it, because then we're not being just passive about it.
I want to assume that the good guys did it to help us fight the bad guy.
Like,
Well, yeah,
what if it?
But
What if
no,
it was
but
this-
I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, the bad guy doesn't have that much power. That's just dumb.
Oh no!
What if it?
I fully
Well,
admit he
no,
has the
I'm not.
power.
I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to explore all, because there's also the matter of that blue child. Everything kind of lines up with when
It
he
does.
would have been. What? What?
We've already been told that he doesn't have the same features as the last son.
What do you mean?
Well, the
what,
person that's calling himself the last son. I
Yeah,
still believe there's a chance that this person is calling himself the last son, but is not, and we actually have the last son.
yeah.
But what if they are both?
Then one of them is not last.
What?
Look,
When did they ever say that they were the last?
no,
and then
I
there
didn't.
is-
I didn't say last. I'm saying last is they're the last apostrophe.
Yes, the last son. Right.
But
And
you
there
don't
could
say
be-
last. That's not a word.
There could be more than one. Storm giants are blue, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
The kid's blue with dragon eyes.
That's why we were originally thinking that was the
Yeah.
child.
So unless a deity is lying, I mean, I suppose
What
that's
do
a
you mean, unless
possibility.
he's lying? What?
None. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to understand the context. If you explain the context, I can understand what you mean.
The stone tablet of Amon specifically described what the last child looked like, or the last child looked like.
What do you look like?
Posted it like 4 times. And that's his draconic form.
What color were the child's eyes?
Purple. Or violet.
So the
You
child